Trigonometry is love. Trigonometry is life. If you are driving a car or an aeroplane, playing sport or building skyscrapers, maybe you are just slicing a fat juicy Domino's pizza, you will need trigonometry. If you climb the highest mountain or skydive out of space, or working out the best angle to pour a pint of Guinness, you will need trigonometry. Do you think that if David Beckham knew some basic trigonometry that he would have missed his penalty in 2006 World Cup against Portugal? No. We all need trigonometry in our life. With this skill, who knows what humanity can achieve? From the pyramids in Egypt to populating Mars, this video will teach you some crucial trigonometry. So sit back, enjoy, and follow along with the worksheet provided.
There are three important functions we need to be aware of. Here is a sketch of the sine graph. As we can see, y is always between 1 and minus 1. The graph also repeats itself every 360 degrees. The cosine graph looks very similar to the sine graph, but is shifted 180 degrees to the left. Y is again between 1 and minus 1, and the graph repeats itself every 360 degrees. The tangent graph looks a bit different. This is because it is an asymptotic graph. It is undefined at the asymptotes, which are located at 90 degrees and 270 degrees. This is repeated every 180 degrees. So why and when do we use these functions? Say you have a right angled triangle. If we are given an angle theta, we have a side that is directly opposite. We then have an adjacent side that is next to our angle. Finally, we have the hypotenuse. This is the longest side of the right angled triangle. Three triangles that can be used to remember some very useful equations. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cos is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is equal to opposite over adjacent. This is known as SOHCAHTOA. How about applying this to a real life situation? Say we need to find how far up the tree this cat is. We need to find an angle so we can use our SOHCAHTOA rule. If we say that the angle when you are looking straight on is 0 degrees, then by looking up at the cat, the angle your eye moves is the angle we have. Then once you have this angle and how far away from the tree you are, you can use SOHCAHTOA to calculate how far up the tree the cat is. Here we have a triangle with hypotenuse length 10 metres. You will notice this is the same question as on your worksheet. The angle is 45 degrees and we can label the opposite side to this angle the opposite. Since our opposite side is unknown and we have an angle and the hypotenuse, we know from SOHCAHTOA that we are going to be dealing with SOH. So, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Therefore, sine 45 is equal to our length b, the opposite, divided by 10, the hypotenuse. So b is equal to 10 sine 45. Complete this question in your worksheet in time with the video. You asked for a real life situation and here it is. So you're stood at the base of Old Joe and you want to know how tall it is. You walk back 17 metres so you can see it all. If you look up at the top of the tower at an angle of 80 degrees, can you calculate how tall Old Joe is from the information we have? The answer is yes. First, fill in the information we know and label the height we need to find as x. Since we need the opposite and we have the adjacent, we need to use TOA. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Rearranging this, we get our length x to be 17 tan 80. This therefore estimates the height as 96.4 metres to three significant figures.
Remember, it must be a right-angled triangle and always label your sides with opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse.